What was your first impression of the army and how did that change?
I suddenly get reminded of a taxi driver. Usually the first comment that comes out will be, army nowadays very easy already lah. Army very simple. Yes, I agree. It's a very different army from 12 years ago, but I feel that it's a stronger army and there is a lot of focus on our people and guiding, grooming, and as well as developing our people. How about you, youngster?
Obviously, it's going to be very culture shock, civilian to army. But I took it as a different way to change myself. Now, as a trainer, I try to make my recruits have a fun time instead of seeing it as a 4 months here, check.
I started off as a DXO, so my journey is a bit different from usual NSFs and regulars. But slowly I got exposed to training systems. We managed to do ground visits, and that's where I saw how the army operated on the ground. The army has become a place where you develop people, and it's not just about the mission success, but because when you develop people, you actually make the ability to achieve your mission even stronger.
Within the commando formation, I also see it. There's a lot of emphasis on the mental resilience and the intelligence that makes a commando, as compared to last time where things were a bit simpler and there was more focus on raw strength rather than mental ability. Name one person who has made a difference to your growth in the army. Ivan?
12.5 years, I think one person will be too little to name.
Just one.
My ex-CSM, when I was a platoon sergeant, Warren Allen, he helped me to transit from ADF. ADF is an all-regular force. We don't really know how to deal with NSF. So upon my posting to my unit as a platoon sergeant, the biggest challenge was how I would handle NSF. He helped me in my transition to help understand how NSFs are, how we can motivate them, how we can get the best out of them and make sure they leave the service with the best possible outcome. How about you? How are you changing lives now?
If I were to pinpoint one person, I think would be my NJ in SES, which would be Warren Aziz. Instead of just going through the flow and everything, he actually wants us to change, wants us to be better people.
I think a lot of people would speak of maybe a superior or commander who changed them or who contributed to their growth. But I think the most impact I felt was my company. What I really learned is that NSFs are quite amazing. Because when you see a group of people coming together from all different backgrounds, working towards one goal, so you see an NSF who, say, could not pass IPPT, and then by the time you manage to finish training, he can get a goal. That really motivates you to want to do more, and especially when you see their character changing, they become better people. I think I've grown from seeing them do that.
Sometimes you learn a lot from those that you are trying to teach, right? But if I were to name the person that really inspired me or encouraged me the most was the man next to me, so my fellow commando MO. Especially, when you're out on the field, walking and walking and walking. You look to your left, to your right, and that's who pushes you on. And I think that's quite a heartening thing.
What gives you purpose and meaning? Ma'am, you want to go first?
A lot of this purpose and meaning comes from interacting with people. Through this job, I've had a lot of friends. I even joined the SAFSA netball team. And from there, we participate in games, even outside of work. I get to experience not just people within the army, but also from all the other services. We've known each other for about 10 years, and the team is still going strong.
So what was my purpose as a platoon sergeant is to build a strong platoon, but end of the day is to make this group of boys better sons, fathers, brothers, and men to the society, to our country.
You've really gone through as an MO.
Yeah.
Okay. What made you want to carry on with being a commando?
Some people think MO, very shiok, just sit in office, see report sick, give MC, then pangkang.
Not true, man.
We also have a lot of administrative duties and battalion MOs, you also fight on the ground. I think 7-8 years ago, I disrupted halfway for medical studies. I said to myself, I'm going to try my best, going to come back to commandos and try to complete the Red Beret, contribute, give back to the formation, and go back to where I started. And that was my motivation.
What do you think of the culture in the army?
Having spent more time with the commandos, I would say that we have the culture of excellence. When the recruits first come in, We tell them that they may not be the strongest, may not be the fastest, but we are here to train them to inculcate the mental resilience, the physical attributes, and help them grow and adapt to become these stronger soldiers and future commandos. The one thing that I feel very unique and impresses me the most about such a large organization is its ability to come together and drive action when necessary.
It's good lah. Army has this culture where we tag on everybody's strength.
If I can describe the culture in a nutshell, I would say kampong spirit. You can see infantry everywhere, but we always gather, and for example, infantry rally, you have friends in almost every camp you go. It's a happy feeling because you know you will never feel like you are out of place.
Army has this identity where wherever you go, there's always a talking point at every family reunion. So I feel it's something you don't get a lot somewhere else.
Like common identity.
Yeah.
These stories never grow old, and you know, after 7-8 years, right, we can still have a very, very good laugh at these stories. Yeah. Anyway, enough of talking. Shall we go for one more round of coffee?
Or we can win at football again.
Let's go.
Thank you.